What up, fam? What up, fam? Welcome back to the channel. We're doing it again. We just don't quit. It is Sunday, November 14th, and we're here in Reno, headed over to Provo, Utah on this Dash 8, flying this old nostalgic livery of Horizon Air / Alaska Airlines. And so let's get it in. Again, yesterday we had a despicable and disheartening crash on the stream about 3 hours and 55 minutes into the stream, flying group flight from Mexico to LA. So let's hope that doesn't happen today. We're going to do one leg at a time, shorter flights, and see if that makes a difference until I get some more memory into my computer, which I think is the problem. You guys, give a big up to Leo Sticks 86. I think he's still streaming right now. Go check him out. He's flying for JetBlue. I believe he's doing a A320 Neo, and he's on a second leg. So check him out, guys, for sure. And any of the other streamers that we got going on, you can check them out as well. But in the meantime, we are on PilotEdge, and so let's get the music started, because we got to start getting these passengers boarded up here. Let's just make sure we're all good and ready to go for that. Before we actually do that, see, I think the only thing I need to change is the cruising altitude. Okay. All right, folks, so let's go ahead and get the music shut down. And let us go ahead and jump on board here. All right, as you can see, we are here on board. It's cold and dark. Let me do that situation, and let's get the aircraft up and loaded before we do anything else, and go from there. Let's connect that GPU, and let's get the aircraft up and running. So main bus is tied. Let's go ahead and get these batteries on main. There we go, batteries are on. The main bus tie is already tied, so now we can do the external power, and you see that we've got action here. And of course, let's arm those emergency lights. Let's get our position lights where we need to go. And for now, guys, everything up top is good to go. Now we know coming down to the bottom is definitely going to be our avionics are not turned on yet, so let's do that. Let's start with our FMS. First, let's go ahead and bring these bad boys up. And let's get the first officer side up as well.
I'd like to welcome you aboard our flight. As you find your seat, be sure to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you. If you have trouble finding a location for any of your carry-on items, please use the flight attendant call.
Alright, so we got those initializing, and let's come down here and get our radio stacks on, and let's also turn up the brightness for...
Please clear the aisle and sit down in your seat to allow other passengers to find their seats as well. If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please read the exit scene responsibilities.
The multi-function display.
Please make sure you are willing and able to perform.
And then, of course, Drewstone77, yo, what is up, my man? Thanks for checking in, and thanks for, again, being a great supporter of all streams. Drew gave his first Leo Sticks 86's first donation today, so that was nice to see that happen. And we're just waiting for this database to come on board as well. So let's go back down now that our radios are out of their test. We'll get them to both. And then, of course, down here, we're going to use our main radio command. So this will be our main radio controls or frequency manipulators here for COM 1.
with service to Utah. Our flight time will be roughly 1
All
hour.
right, bada bing, bada boom.
14 minutes.
So now, guys,
The cabin door is now closed. We ask
it's
that
all
you make
fun and
sure that all
games until
devices
you're on
are in airplane
PilotEdge,
mode and your
which we
large
already
devices
are
now
loaded
shut down
up. So
and
we need to
stowed.
get our
If you have
Avi
not
tab
already,
going.
please fasten your seatbelt.
And
Verify
we
that
have
you
to adhere to some real frequencies, so we'll be using this thing quite a bit. All right, so clearance is 24.9, ATIS is 35.8, so let's do 24.9 first. HD Simulations, what's good? Thanks for checking in, guys. HD Simulation is another content creator, so check him out on his channel. Big ups to you, HD, man. Great stream yesterday. Troubled stream for both you and I. It seems more for me than you. But PilotEdge, nice. Big up. Yes, sir. PilotEdge, we doing it today. No need to be scared of this bad boy. So let's make it happen, guys. Nothing to it. So 24.9 is clearance. So what we want to do is come down here. Aspiring Aviator says, howdy, how you doing, Aspiring Aviator? So what we need to do for our VHF2 is get this ATIS in here, because we're going to be doing the main controls for VHF1, which is the COM1. ATIS is 35.8. You got, if you don't click start moving it, it moves. It'll go back to reset itself. So 35, and then let's go ahead and do 8. For the ATIS, I did check the weather using FlightAware, and the weather looked good, guys. So 35.8. 35.8. Now we'll switch that bad boy over. So that's in. And of course, we can come up here.
ATIS information, Juliet 0055 Zulu. Wind 150 at 3. Visibility 10. Ceiling to 5,000 broken. Temperature 17. Dew point 1. Altimeter 3026. Arriving and departing runways 16 right, 16 left. Visual approaches in use. VFR
all right. And AC says, let's get it, my man. To 400 subs. Yes, sir. Let's give it a try. That's all we can do.
Runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Juliet.
Okay, Juliet is current.
Reno Tahoe International Airport.
All right. So now what we have to do is
Wind 150 at 3. Visibility 10.
we've got to look at the controls here.
Temperature 17. Dew point 1. Altimeter 3026. Arriving and departing runways 16 right, 16 left. Visual approaches in use. Delivery.
Okay, here's the controls for it.
Altitude, and if flight following is.
There we go. So it's off. And now let's make sure our first one is on, guys. And HD Captain Nate, hit the like, guys. Appreciate all you guys checking in and for all the love and support. Hopefully we don't get a crash today. I mean, I don't know what else to do to optimize my simulator and things other than, you know, obviously replacing the hardware and upgrading the hardware, which I plan to do. We said the clearance is 24.9. So let's just get through it. 24.9. 24.9 is in, and that should be our clearance here. So let's see if it is on, and it is, which is perfect. You guys can see here we're expecting 16 right. So while they're doing that, let's work on our better pushback. We know the first one usually doesn't work. All right, let's see. Okay, I did it earlier. We can accept that. So why we hear a bunch of chatter, because it sounds super busy, what we have to do is get our primary flight display on both sides to the FMS. So you have to come over here and do the nav source. Now this one's on FMS. And this on ILS, so we need to put this one on FMS as well. And now you can see it's going to follow the primary FMS. And yeah, let's keep going here, guys. You see something here. There we go. I feel like that's going to be a little bit better look for us. I feel like we need to sit a little bit more left. I'm always fighting with the views here, so let's look right. See, that chair kind of gets in there, but it doesn't. See, that's what I'm talking about. So if we look down, it does that. So we need to move up just a little bit.
November 2-1 descent off the scratch and maintain level 240.
And maybe we still do just a slight look down. Maybe something like that would be cool. I need it pretty much even so that we know what the horizon's doing. We'll just look down if we have to. Okay, guys, there we go. And let's call for clearance. Reno clearance, horizon 318. Let's look at IFR to Provo.
Horizon Air 318, Reno clearance, goodbye.
All right, so we got our clearance getting ready to come through. So let us get the aircraft boarded appropriately. So now we need to come here, and we're going to be doing 53 packs. 53. Enter. Our cargo is going to be oops. Cargo is going to be 1,700 pounds. We're going to enter that, guys. And our fuel, we need 6,800 pounds of fuel. Okay, flying time is, I believe, 1 hour and 1 hour and 15 minutes. All right, 53 packs, 1,700 pounds of cargo, and 6,800 pounds of fuel. The center of gravity looks good. So now let's go over here and just re-verify this information. Let me just double check here on the actual flight plan. Okay, yeah, hour and 15 minutes is what it was. Confirm load. And we did get our flight started here, so that's good on the PAX X. And let's just do a fast load. So now you can see it's fast loaded, and we have everything we need here. 53 packs, 1,700 pounds of cargo, and 6,800 pounds. So that's the takeoff cargo and packs. So while he's doing that, guys, we can get in the fuel and get this situated really quick. And I'm going to try to get this up and done so we can get out. Captain Shaquille, hey, stopping by with a like and have a great trip. Thanks, Shaq. Appreciate you. So we said 53 packs here. Enter. Cargo is 1,700 pounds. Bada bing, bada boom. Fuel on board, we have 6,800 pounds. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, for our alternate, we are, hopefully we're next in line for our clearance. All right, as far as our alternate fuel, it's 1047. Our reserve fuel is $13.99. And extra is 500 pounds, I believe is what I put in there, man. Then it gives us an aggregated total fuel reserves of 2946, which is just fine with us. And we're just going to program our FMC, and then if he needs to make any changes, we'll do so then. So, because he's taking forever, man. All right, let's get in here, go to menu, because we got to get out of here, man. Depart. We're departing, and what was it's Juliet right now. All right, we're going to do the Zephyr. It's not for jet aircraft, so it should work just fine here. And we are transitioning Blackjack, of course, back to the flight plan. And let's see what other waypoints I have to put in. So after Blackjack, we're direct to Lima Lima Charlie. Lima Lima Charlie. Enter that. And Lovelock, that's it. Lima Lima Charlie. Then we'll be going to Bonneville, I believe that's what this one is, BVL. Yep, Bonneville, boom. And then from Bonneville straight over to Provo, KPVU, my friends. Enter that, accept it, and let's hit menu, because we're going to add a arrival as well, but not an arrival. We're adding a runway, which is going to be 1. Enter. Approach.
Horizon Air 318 clear to the Provo Airport. Zephyr 6 departure blackjack transition that is filed. Climb via SID, departure frequency 119.2, squawk 4432, information Juliet.
Okay, we do have information Juliet on board. Clear to the Provo Airport, Zephyr 6, blackjack transition, climb via SID. Departure is 19.2, squawking 4432 for Horizon 318.
Horizon Air 318, reback from right.
Alright, so he definitely doesn't sound like he's too pumped up today. So we got that situated. We're going to do the ILS DME 13, so that's going to be 2. And we're going to take it from Harun. Go back to the flight plan. Let's make sure there's no discontinuities up in this bad boy. And guys, we're about to get out of here. BVL, let's get rid of that. And delete it. There we go. Now we can just click on this. And there shouldn't be any more discontinuities. And Caleb is going to be our missed approach. So now let's go back. We're doing good, guys. Let's go back. Boom, boom, boom. Everything looks good. Let's just go through it one more time. Now, what we need to do, guys, is we need to... You can see it's on the primary flight display here. Now, what we need to do, guys, is something that is annoying, but we got to do it. We're going to hold this format down. I'm sorry, I take that back. We're not going to hold it down. You're going to press it once. Boom. And it goes into the flight plan. And now we can definitely be stepping through our flight plan. So let's get back up to 1. Let's get it down to where, let's see, 10, let's maybe 20 miles of view. So here we are, guys. Let's step through this thing. Actually, in this one, we need to get it further out. There we go. All right, let's step through it now. Boom. Okay. Let's look up a little bit, folks. And don't worry, I'll be checking you guys out. Let's see. We might need to use this view here because we're a little... Okay. So looking good so far. Man, we're good to go. That looked pretty seamless to me. So let's come back here and hit that format button one time. And of course, we can get this back. And of course, we can now look up with that static view. Leo Sticks 86, yo, what it do, folks? What up, homie? Hey, Leo Sticks, man, great stream today. Glad I was able to be there. Captain Mall says he is here. Big up, Leo. Guys, remember in the chat, Leo Sticks 86, content creator like Captain Shaq. Give him some love. Go check him out on his channel, man. He had a great stream today, flying for JetBlue. Great work, Leo, man. Great work. All right, so here we are. We got the flight plan done now. Baka Zato is here. Hello, hello, fellas. Zato in the house. Appreciate you joining, guys. Now what we have to do, remember on this bad boy, this FMC over here does not automatically pick up what this one does. So first of all, we got to go to the flight plan. I'm going to show you guys a few little tricks here. Flight plan, hit menu. We want to crossfill from FMS1. Now we're crossfilling, but notice something. You see how it doesn't say heading right away? It doesn't have it in here, does it? Watch the little trick. All you have to do is hit menu from here, hit depart, go back to the flight plan. Watch this. Bada bing, bada boom. Same thing at the bottom, folks. It doesn't have, it's got our ILS, everything, but just to make sure it's already in here. But what you want to do is come over here and just hit arrival, back to flight plan, and it will be mirrored at the bottom as well. And let's make sure the Caleb is in there. Let's see, Zegger. So what I'm noticing here, Piscot ILS 13. Zegger, okay, there we go. Alright, so that is good, but don't forget we got to come over to fuel. You see fuel is empty. Let's hit menu and let's also cross-fill the fuel. So you have to cross-fill the flight plan. You also have to cross-fill fuel. Now the fuel is in here according to what we set it up. So what we're going to do now, folks, is we're going to put this on the nav. Not the B nav. We want the nav. Bada bing, bada boom. And we'll keep this on departure. We're going to keep this to this direct, just in case we get it direct. It's already set up to go. All right, guys. Plane is loaded. Clearance is had. Let's start the APU and let's bounce up out of here all the way. Let's go ahead and turn our red beacon on. Let everybody know we are getting ready for a post-haste departure. Let's get that cabin door closed. Now the door is closing. Don't trust all the way in your aircraft commands. You also need to go check it here on the door status. Okay, we got all green on the door status, so that's perfect. Now let's plug back into that ATIS.
Zulu, wind 190 at 3, visibility 10.
Let's make sure what the altimeter is.
5,000 broken, temperature 15, dew point 3, altimeter 3027, arriving and departing runways 16
All right, 3027.
left.
Make sure it's still Juliet. That's good.
VFR departures, contact, clearance, delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold order instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Kilo.
See, it's Kilo now.
Reno Tahoe International Airport. ATIS information Kilo. 015.
And see, that's why you check, folks. Now we have Kilo. Okay, so we're going to do a couple different things here. Let us get our runway frequency in there. And I mean ground frequency. I'm sorry, guys. Ground is 1219. Okay, 1219. Let's switch that over. And the runway tower is 118.7.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
There we go. So 1219 is ground and 118.7 is tower. And let's go ahead and keep that down.
After in position, release parking brake when ready to start pushback.
All right, guys, we can go ahead and start that pushback. The last thing we need to do, guys, is put in our squat code. Squat code, you're just going to hit this, and we're going to go for 44. And it's 4432. Switch it over. Now we're going to hold it. Now it's on altitude. Now we can definitely get our pushback. Great kill, yo, big up. Captain Mall said I started streaming at 1 p.m. today and was descending into New York at my stream stop, so I scheduled a 6 p.m. one, so flying from London, Paris, Frankfurt. I know, man, Captain Mall, it sucks when that happens. Big up everybody in the stream. Greg Hill, big up everybody in the stream. Appreciate y'all. Let's go ahead and release that parking brake. Parking brake is absolutely 100% released. So he's just getting the strap all together and lifting us up so we can get pushed back, guys. All right, so now that we are getting pushed back, let us get off the ground power, of course, which we should have done. Ground power is disconnected. Whew, we caught that one good. And generator's on, bleed air is on, and we can turn the bleeds on to minimum. Actually, no, the recirculation fan is what I meant to do. Bleeds will come on once we get the engines on. So, bada bing, bada boom, we are good to go. Captain Geo, what's up, my man? Thanks for checking in. Also, guys, Captain Geo, content creator, go and check him out, folks. All right, so we got everything going right now, and so that we can get out of here post-haste, let's go ahead and start that right engine.
Direct your complete attention to the flight attendants as they demonstrate the safety features of our aircraft. You will notice a light illuminated above your seat.
All right.
See,
it's getting pushed back there nicely. Let us get that right engine started. So let's come to the right side. Okay, prop area is clear.
Please take a few moments to now locate one of the several emergency exits on this aircraft. In some cases, you're near.
All right, we got 10 really quickly.
In case of an emergency and we need to evacuate the aircraft, there is lighting on the floor that will guide you towards the exit. In the event of a loss of cabin pressure, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you.
All right, let's watch that engine come up, guys, just for the giggles. Working hard or hardly working. LOL, Captain Geo says he's talking to Greg. You can see that bad boy coming alive.
If your traveling with children, now's the time to pick your favorite one. But secure your mask and then assist others.
Alright, we're going to keep her right there. And we're going to go ahead. One thing we got to do for engine start that I forgot, you got to turn this bleed air off. So let's turn the recirculation off. Supposed to have that bleed air off. Let's go ahead and get number 2 up. Alright, park and brake is set. Okay, we got rotation there.
Each vest is equipped with a whistle and light. If necessary, your seat cushion can be used as a secondary flotation device.
Alright guys, we're getting out of here as quick as we can.
Once again, all devices must be in airplane mode and your larger devices must be turned off and stowed at the
Alright, she's coming up. I gotta get out of there so I can hit this.
Make sure your seatbelts are fastened in seat backs and tray tables are in their
Alright, let's get that anti-skid on as well.
Remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the laboratory.
And let's get the first officer side on, let's clear out that and get it on all systems. Alright, there's all systems.
Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
Thank you, sir. Alright, so now guys, what we have to do is we got to bring it up into the minimum. Let's wait for that guy to get out of there, and that's what we got to do. So you don't want to just put your props up out of the feather area. You want to make sure folks are all clear. So he is clear. Alright, props are coming up into the minimum to start with. We'll hear them come up. And now that those are coming up, the generators will be effectively connected. Let's go and get the APU turned off. We can untie the bus now, guys. You can hear those bad boys come up. Okay, we got our generators. We can get our recirculation fan on now. And we need to also get the landing elevation, but we'll do that here in a second, guys. So that is all squared away. Alright, guys. Props are up and moving. We are cooking with the Crisco. Let's look up top and make sure we're not missing anything. Bada bing, bada boom. Now we need to get that landing elevation into Provo. So let's come here, search. KPVU. Oops. PVU. Boom. And while I'm thinking about it too, yes, it sounds very good, Captain Mall. I agree. And let's get our flight controls on here. Free and clear. No doubt. So, let's see. Frequencies, da-da-da. Runways. Mag, asphalt. Okay, 6633. Well, 13 is 8604. Let's just look at the chart here, guys. So, I believe runway 13 is actually... Okay, landing elevation is 4497. So we have to come here, oops, to our landing elevation right here, and we need to make it happen. So this is time thousands of feet, so we need to go to 4. About right there. Let's see what that altitude was again. 4497. Okay, perfect. Okay, there we go. We know he's probably going to give us Bravo or Alpha. Probably just going to give us Alpha. Alright, so that's done. Bleeds are in minimum. Let's go ahead and get that done. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, now that that's good, guys, you want to bring this all the way, condition all the way to the full position. And we also have to take a look at our departure. Departure is on the Zephyr 6. So we basically need to look at the instructions of leaving. We know we're just going to RNAV straight up to Zephyr, basically. So, but let's read the narrative here. Let's see, routing, maintain flight level 190, expect filed altitude 5 minutes after departure, climb heading into Zephyr. So we need to put in flight level 190, guys. So 190 coming up. And our final cruising altitude is flight level 210, so we're doing good there. Now let's go ahead and put this on lateral navigation. So we're just going to find this nav button. That's so the flight directors get us going. And we're going to do a start out with a VAS climb. So you have to hit altitude select first. Then you have to hit the vertical speed. And we're going to do an initial climb out of about 2,100 feet per minute. So now our FMSs are all set up, folks. Double check FMS on this side and 3027, and we have Kilo on board. Now we need to set the flaps, guys, so let's come here. Flaps 10 is selected, so we'll wait for it to indicate right here on the flap indicator. And in the meantime, now that once you set that, the easy street, normally you could hit select and put your bugs in, but you can just click right here, the speed tape, and all your V speeds come up. So we'll be rotating at 116, guys. All right, guys, flaps are set right where they need to be. And then on taxi, we'll get our auto feather and our pumps on and our PTU control and our standby, guys, and we're out of here. Reno ground, horizon 318, pushback information, Kilo is ready to taxi. Here we go, guys. 16 right via Alpha, horizon 318. All right, guys, here we go. 16 right via Alpha. Let us go and get our pilots on. Standby on, and we are good to go. Now we need to get those taxi lights on. Taxi lights are on, and let's come over here quick. And I always come here for my taxi checklist, altimeters, flight instruments, tanks, blah blah blah, auto feather, flaps, trims, takeoff warning test, condition levers, max 120, which we already have, the pedos we just got on. So let's leave that there because there's still more we got to do. But let's go out and do our official check. And I love this old livery. Nice and clean. There we go, guys. Boom, she's looking good. Alright, guys, let's quit messing around. And let us come over here really quick. Okay, we're good to go. Let's check our hydraulics over here. Now what we have to do really quick is take this off before we start our taxi. Okay, full up, full down, aileron left, aileron right. We're just looking for a drop in pressures, guys. Rudder right, rudder left. Okay, flight controls are free and clear. Let's get out of here. And make sure my seat is here good. All right, let's get taxiing, guys. All right, and lastly but leastly, we got to get the nose wheel steering turned on. Usually helps. So we're going to take Alpha, which is the first taxiway here. And welcome aboard, guys, to Horizon Flight 318 with service to Provo, Utah. So once we make our left turn here, we'll get everything going pretty quick. We got to do the rest of our checklist, and then we're out of here, guys. You let me know how you guys hear that PilotEdge. Are they coming in too loud, just right? You guys let me know how you're hearing that PilotEdge, guys. Alright, so we have merged on Alpha. We're just keeping the taxi very honest and modest. Let's go ahead and All right. There we go. We got all that squared away. We got our auxiliary pumps turned on. We got our PTO and our standby hydraulic pressure on, along with our auto feather, guys. Auto feather is in the select. We have nothing up here on the annunciator panel, so we are good to go. All right, guys, let's make it happen, Captain. All right, condition levers are all the way to the full max. All right, let's just stop here really quick. All right, now we are going to switch over to the tower frequency, and departure is 19.2. Let's get that set up. 118.7 for the tower and 19.2 for departure, guys. Here we go. Let's continue our slow taxi. Aircraft is ready for departure. Zato says Toga. And flight controls lock, or the Gus lock, is released. All right, once we get straightened up, we'll call for departure. Yaw damper is on. Reno Tower, horizon 3, T on Alpha, holding short 16 right, ready for departure. All right, we are just standing by. Horizon 318 on Alpha, holding short 16 right, ready for departure. Runway 16 right, clear for takeoff. Horizon 318. All right, guys, you know the deal. Once that's done, this flight spoilers needs to come into flight, as well as we need to get our landing lights on and the strobes. Aircraft is prepared for takeoff. Final is clear. Runway airspace is clear. Clock is started. Takeoff power is set, folks. Airspeed is alive. 80 knots cross check. V1 and rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Alright, we're just going to ham flyer here for a second. First stage of flaps coming up. Second stage flaps coming up. Climb power. Over to NorCal departure, horizon 318. Alright guys, we are pretty much on course. Just fighting these winds here. Let's get that autopilot and get engaged. Autopilot has been engaged, guys. Flaps are clean. Let's verify climb power setting. Bada bing, bada boom. Now let's contact departure. NorCal departure, Horizon 318 is 6,800 climbing via SID. Alright, let's get those taxi lights off. Let's get our bleeds on. They can go into the normal position. Packs are on. We got duct pressure. Alright guys, and so we have a nice little stable climb here. Let's bring the nose down, and we're going to do a climb right at 180, folks. This thing climbs really nice at 180. Matter of fact, we can just do it right now. Okay guys, you see here, we got it. IAS climb right here at 180. Aircraft flaps are up and clean. We are climbing. We can go ahead and get our auto feather off. Our auxiliary pumps. And our standby hydraulic pressure, guys. Gear is up and clean. Flaps are selected off, up and clean. And the altimeters, we're passing 10,000 here in about 400 feet even. We will go ahead then and extinguish the landing lights, and then our after takeoff checklist will be complete. 100 to go. Over to Oakland Center at 32.2, Horizon 318. All right, 32.2. Let's go ahead and get those lights off. Let's come over here to 32.2. I love this thing right here. It makes it so much easier to switch over the frequencies. You guys see how busy it is, man. 32.2. Doo-doo-doo.
You're now passing through 10,000 feet. So now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. As a reminder, don't fast and large.
Fly guy. Yo, yo, yo. What is good? What is good?
Aircraft is onboard Wi-Fi. You will be required to do a small.
We're making our left turn here.
We do offer complimentary flight to our partners. Next to the Wi-Fi, you'll be able to access a wide range of.
Good evening, Oakland Center, Horizon 318, checking in with you. 11,500 for flight level 190. Okay, up to flight level 210, Horizon 318. All right, guys, so he gave us our final cruising altitude. All right, we do have our cruising altitude set in there. Landing lights are off, guys. And bleeds and packs are all good to go. We're going to start making our left turn here. Get a nice view and welcome aboard, guys. I hate it when people call on my phone while I'm streaming. It gets me angry. Captain Mal, turn that phone off, man. Greenlight Auto Brokers, what's good? And Dre's Hood chat. What is good, Greenlight Auto Brokers? Again, everybody, thanks for joining. Hopefully we have a nice seamless stream here. We're doing one leg at a time. So what we're going to do is we're going to get into Provo, land, do the replay. That'll be one complete flight, and then we'll see what else happens. For the day, no promises at all, guys, just because I want to keep the streams somewhat under 3 hours and 50 minutes. That's the magic time for that my card decides not to render anymore visually, and we have a shutdown, so I gotta kind of stay in front of that. So hopefully everything works out, but so far at least we got the taxi and takeoff, guys. You know, you guys know what's up. Let's go ahead and do a little flyby here. Boy, she's looking nice, isn't she? What do you guys think? Up into those looks like we're going up into a little bit of clouds here. Alright guys, we are at 14.9, climbing flight level 210. You guys are my heroes, staying on board, supporting the brothers, so I appreciate each and every one of you guys. This flying time is about an hour and 15 minutes, so guys, basically it's an hour and 9 minutes right now. It'll be pretty exciting. We'll get some jams on and keep it going, guys. Keep it going. Now, you guys are in the back. I can check on you at all times, just like this. I see each and every one of you in these seats right here, so I got my eyes on each and every one of you. You know, what a nice, great job of the cab. I guess it says crew only bathroom right here, so don't you guys go in there. Well, you guys can go in there. You guys are my peeps. Anyone else, we don't know, have to go to the back. All right. Okay, guys, we got 16.1. We got to wait for about 1,800 feet until we get into transition. Yo, what is going on? Welcome to the stream, everybody. Thanks for checking it out, guys. We're just doing a little Dash 8 flying today. Even though we pretty much bypassed this, we're doing everything right. This is what I use. After takeoff, let's check flaps up, landing gear, climb tower is set, bleed airs 1 and 2 are on, which we did. Standby, hydraulic pressure and PDU control to normal, which means off. Tanks and auxiliary pumps 1 to 2, auto feather is off. Engine temps and pressures check. Ice protection as required. Cabin pressure and temperature controls check. Passenger signs as required. We're going to keep those passenger signs on right now until we get to about our cruise altitude, just because we're getting ready to go. It looks like, I don't know if we're going to be getting any weather here, so we will most certainly double check that. And like I said, our bleeds are on, recirc fan is on, got our good duct pressure right here happening, so we are good to go. Let's make sure yeah, we did everything that we needed to do, and that's why I use that checklist just as a catch-all, guys. All right, you guys, we can pretty much go into the standard altimeter setting now. All right, 29902 and 29902. Let's do a systems check here. Everything is looking good. Here's our DC generators. We got a load of 0.27 and 0.29. And engines are in the climb power. Right now our torque is looking good. Our inlet turbine temperature is looking good and equal on both engines. Our fuel looks to be pretty much balanced out here. 3150 left tank, 3170 in the right tank. We got good oil pressures. We got 73 pounds of pressure on each side, and each one's at 60 degrees Celsius. So those engines are reading just fine. As you can see, I told you, man, this bird climbs really good at the 180. Keeps a good pitch. Right now we are still pitched up at 1,100 feet per minute, and we have less than 2,000 go to reach our final cruising altitude of flight level 210 for our cruise into the Provo, Utah area. And yeah, guys, I hope everyone is doing well on this Sunday. I just couldn't. I've been jonesing to fly this thing again, guys, so here we go. Once we get to our cruising altitude here shortly, we'll push the power or the condition levers back into the cruise phase of flight, pick up some speed, and there we go. If you guys are ever looking for your flap speeds, here they are. Flap 5, 200, 10, so on and so forth. This is where you get them. So we always want to pay attention to this as we are approaching the field, extending or retracting those flaps. Okay, about 1,200 feet to go, and then we will be level. And yeah, there we go. Let's go check out some more views. This is off the left side, of course, and a little hazy. As you can see, that prop's working. Where we are in the cabin is further back, as you can see. All right, guys, doing good there. Let me go ahead and turn up my PilotEdge into my ear, and I think we are okay for some jams. You guys let me know if they hear Horizon 318 on there. me know how the jams sound, guys. Bum stickity bum. Bum stickity bum. I just made that up. I don't even know what bum stickity bum means, guys. How's that PilotEdge coming in? Can you guys hear the ATC just fine? Somebody give me a thumbs up if you can. Alright guys, we have met our cruising altitude. Alright, so cruising altitude, flight level 210. You see we are picking up on the speed. Now what we need to do is come back over here and go into cruise power. Alright, we are in the 850 mode now, which is cruise power. So let me know how those volumes are doing, guys, for the ATC and the music and everything and the engine sound. Let me know how you guys are doing with those sounds. Let us fix up a few things here. Let's extend this to see our turn. Now, if you guys want to get rid of some of this clutter on here, which right now it doesn't bother me, all you got to do is hit this data button. See, and it'll clear it out. Hit it again, you just get some VOR information there.
One of our crew members will stop by shortly for your order. If you would like to order additional menu items, check the flight attendant.
Alright, not hearing ATC. Is it me alone? Okay, so probably not hearing ATC because it's so loud. Well, not right now. You're not going to hear ATC right this moment. They're not talking. But, period. Let's see, I'm going to turn them up just a little bit. So my question to you guys, have you heard ATC talk at all on the flight? We should have. It's coming through the audio channel, so has anybody heard the ATC coming in at all? Let me know, guys, so I can put it up. We are flying on PilotEdge, guys. We can see that speed picking right up, guys. Okay, so they're saying, no one is saying they haven't heard the ATC at all. So let me just check something here in my audio settings. Okay, so it's coming out. Okay. Alright, we're going to get them turned way up. Alright, I'm going to do a radio check with PilotEdge, and you guys let me know how it comes in, okay? Any station is that radio check over. Okay, he said loud and clear, guys. So once he comes in and says loud and clear, let me know if you guys heard that. Leo Stick says, I gotta be in at 23:15. Did you guys hear that loud and clear when he said it? Matter of fact, let me just turn the ATC up even more. It's funny, the mixer is turned up pretty loud, but whatever is clever. You can see that speed is picking up. Alright, so what we're going to do, guys, speed looks like it's balancing out just fine. So now what we want to do is get our VNAV set up. So, here's the thing. Just getting rid of this stuff here. Alright, now let me know if you guys heard that ATC, man. Captain Mom says my mom called in the middle of my stream and I started freaking though my stream ended. That sounds like simulator issues and stream issues, Captain Ma. I know it happens to us all, man. You gotta be multitasking. Alright, so for the approach, Here it is. So for the approach, we got Jarun and Discot. Mainly is the Discot is basically the initial approach fix, or the initial fix, I would say. Got Jet Li coming over, but I think we're just going to go Jarun. So, and we're saying Jarun, we can probably be at Jarun, and let's say, you know, we should be at Jarun 82 as well. So let's look at our VNAV profile. VNAV profile, it's got it at 8673. So we definitely need to change that. So let's go into our flight plan. EVL Jarun Discot, let's change that to 8200. And Zegor, we should be at Zegor at 6800. Wave it at 63. So Wevor is 6800. Okay, now let's go on over to our VNAV. Okay, we got Discot. That's basically what we want. So now let's come over here and put in our 1800 feet, and let's see if we can at least get some type of information. There we go. Top of descent is in 274 nautical miles, which is 44 minutes to get there, even though we won't start it by ourselves. That's just for reference. And finally, our approach course heading is 134, and we need 110.3. Decision height for the ILS is 4756. Salt Lake Center 133.25. We'll see you Horizon Air 318. One 3325. Good evening, Salt Lake Center, Horizon 318, checking in, flight level 210. Alright, so let me just check something here. I want to make sure that this can be also heard, the ATC, because I didn't really get a warm and fuzzy. Yeah, I don't hear the ATC either, so I'm gonna have to turn them way up. Yeah, I still think I'm basically just listening to see if the ATC is coming out through my phone. If not, I'll turn it up. Let's go back and have this view here so we can see what's going on. It's just very peculiar that we're not hearing ATC. The mixer is turned way up, and it's turned way up even more so than VATSIM. It's coming through my ear just fine. But sometimes they come in way lower, so I may need to turn them up way higher than anticipated. Yeah, I haven't heard any ATC yet either. Okay, yeah, so I just confirmed that I don't hear it either, so I'm going to have to bring those volumes way up. Alright, so the next time they talk, let me know. I just turned them way up, so hopefully... Alright, so I turned their volumes way up. We'll see how that works out, guys. Captain Mall says, I swear I'm going to delete WhatsApp off my phone and use it on my laptop so I won't be bothered. Or just put it on vibrate, Captain Mall, and don't look at your phone if that's the case, and only flip it over and check it when you can. That's one of those things you can control, my friend. Alright, moving right along here on our way to Provo. So I think we got everything set up. Now what we need to do is put in our approach course and of course our 110.3 on our radio. So 110.3, 110.3, that's already in there. So hopefully you guys heard that. Again, let me know if you're not hearing any of that ATC. That is not my goal. Those volumes must have been turned way down, but that's okay. Captain Miles says, yep. All right. Let me know, did you guys hear that last ATC transmission that just happened? Somebody give me a thumbs up and let me know. That way I'll consider it fixed. And Provo's a non-towered airport, so we're pretty much going to get whatever we want. So now let's get into format. Okay, Captain Miles says, yes, sir, they heard it. Okay, perfect. All right, perfect. So now we have, we're going to hold this format button down, and we want to make sure ILS 134, let's move that and make sure. Okay, yeah, that's already set up. This is how you move it right here, guys, for the ILS, for your course heading. This is how you do it without picking the aircraft out of the FMS mode. ILS 134, 1030, or 110.30, that's what we wanted. So now we're going to come back down here. You got to click and hold format button until it changes. Boom, there we go. Now, if we were flying not out with ATC, then what would happen is we would just descend on our own based off the vertical navigation. And even having said that, Provo doesn't have an ATIS that we can dig into because it's non-towered here on PilotEdge and in real life. So the last thing we need to do is put in our 4756. Oh man, you gotta roll this thing the whole way, so this is gonna suck. So we gotta stay still and keep rolling the scroll wheel, guys. And it only goes to 1,000 feet of decision height. So let's take it over to the MDA. Forget, guys, it's 4556. Oops. All right, 4550 is close enough. Let's re-verify that. It's 4756. That's why we re-verified. I got happy, man. I was done scrolling. 4756. There, 4750. Close enough, guys. All right, still moving along, man. Let's look at how much we got here. We've got about 31 minutes to top of descent, guys, and we're doing good. And I believe we're all set up for our arrival into the Provo area. Last and leastly, let's look at what the advisory is, because we're going to get a... so there is a tower. I wonder if Provo is... I'm trying to remember. I think it's untowered here on PilotEdge. Either way, the CTAF is 25.3. So we'll come down here. 125.3. All right, 125.3 is in there, and like I said, I don't think the ATIS comes from there. All right, Captain Moss says, I'm preparing to land in Frankfurt. I landed in Paris like 1 hour ago with a negative 117. That's butter territory there, so good luck on your landing, Captain Moss. Hope it all works out well for you, brother. All right, so we have the field CTAF in there as well, which is also the tower frequency, and we got less than 20, got about 30 minutes now on our top of descent, 193 nautical miles. So let's look at where we are going to park. We're gonna come on 13. Hopefully get off on Alpha 4 or take full runway, which you guys know I'm good for full runway. And the tower area is right over here. Once we get on Alpha, I think the tower area is like, or the terminal somewhere right over here. So we'll just pick an open spot and get it that way.
November 2, Romeo Juliet, thank you. Crosswater 5000, cleared RNAV runway 26 approach.
Crosswater 5000, cleared RNAV runway 26 Romeo Juliet.
You see how loud they're coming in now.
November 8, 0, 1, November Quebec, Seattle Center 126.6.
All right, I heard how you guys hear the ATC, so it's not overly loud, which is a good thing. And this is because they're coming in super loud, and that kind of makes sense.
November 8, 0, 1, November Seattle Center, Central Rally Altimeter 29er, understood.
2996,
All right, guys, man, we just kicking back, chilling right now. Nothing too serious. Got our ATC, which you guys couldn't hear at all. If I would have known that at the beginning of the stream, I would have turned it up. So we got those volumes fixed, guys. We are en route, of course, and yeah, really not a whole lot going on. Hey, Poppy, what you doing? Doing good? You just sit here.
November 742,
Go ahead, baby, bring your tablet here, buddy. Here, put Daddy's hat over. Let's see if there's a hook. See that empty hook between those two hats? Hang it on there for me, Bobby. Thank you. Thank you. Make sure you don't step on the cat when you get on the couch, too.
Frequency change for 2 Romeo Juliet and report.
All right, guys. So we're just going to sit here and chill. Let's get some water. Salute to everybody on Sunday. This isn't the White Henny or the Jack or the Grey Goose or the Mad Dog 2020. It's just some regular water, guys. We had quite the lively conversation yesterday, or it was either the day before, regarding wonderful, tasty beverages. Rock City Strong, big it up, big up, big up. What we saying, bro? Man, what we saying is we here chilling, Rock City, man. I was enjoyable flying with you guys yesterday. Bummer about my sim crashing, but you know, it is what it is. There, that's right. Rock City said, "Where is the White Henny, bro? It's Sunday." I just got done, you know, telling them that, Rock, man. We got a little H2O here. Trust me, we're gonna have the White Henny on board for sure, and definitely back here in the cabin. Yep, that's right. Green light says White Henny, Rock, White Henny. You guys are too tough on that White Henny, baby. That'll blow your socks off. Which is what you guys want. You guys want your socks blown off. There you go. But Rock City, I'm gonna show you where you sitting, big dog. We got you right here, kind of up in the front, Rock City, so we can get you them drinks right away. Beverage cart got to come from way in the back and come up, and that's where we got you at. That's what's up. Rock City says, yes, sir, that yak. Not that yak. You guys doing it tough with the yak, baby. Doing it tough with the yak, man. Yeah, baby. Loving that seat, bro. Yes, sir. You know I treat you guys. If this whole aircraft was just economy, which it looks like it is, I'm still giving y'all first class seats up. It says, nah, raw yak plus $200 suit. Green light is silly, boy. Yep, not the $200 suit. Captain Miles says, not gonna count that as a landing was too low and plane wouldn't pull up and phone died right after landing. On my life, I'm gonna redeem myself tomorrow. No worries, Captain Miles. You know that's what we're here for. When it doesn't work out right, we try it again the next day. For example, my stream yesterday crashed. I'm trying it again today, and hopefully we get through it. So no worries, man. That's life for you. That is life for you. So yeah, Rock City, man, I'm glad you like your seat. All y'all first class. You guys always fly first class with me no matter what. Even if there's no first class, we make them first class. You know what I mean? Got to put a curtain up there. Sprinkle some glittery stuff for y'all. Get some flight service and get that yak, that white Henny, and whatever else y'all want, man. You know it's all good on my flights, baby. You know I got that on the yellow gator suit with them gator shoes to match. Woo! Not the gator, baby, and the yellow, and then in the hat, right, with the little feather coming out of it. Come on now. All right, guys, back up to the front. We making history here. Flying from Reno to Provo in this Dash 8. First flight I've ever done this route in this Dash 8. Streamed anyway, streamed. That's right, Rock. LOL, baby. Let's look at that VNAV profile. We got our top of descent, or where the ATC should at least give us some descent into the area. In 23 minutes, 146 nautical miles. Get the weather in Provo. Okay, so the winds are out of the south at 160 degrees, 4 knots, altimeter is 3031, visibility, like I said, over 10 miles. It is 7 degrees Celsius outside, or temperature of 37 degrees Fahrenheit. Hope you guys brought your jackets. You know, I'm a Cali boy. I rarely go outside with my jacket on. And for all y'all that live, you know, in colder places, I'll probably be putting a jacket on way before you will. You guys are acclimatized to where you live. Green light said, LOL, not the belt. Rock City said, he'll do the ostrich shoe and the matching belt. Man, you guys doing an old player style. This new generation don't know anything about that. That's that old school player, baby. Yeah. That's what we're talking about right there. Hey, nothing like stepping out anywhere you go, really, looking so fresh and so clean. You know, it just does something to your self-esteem, man. When you all cleaned up, lines looking right, goatee or beard or whatever you got looking right, you got them duds on, you know, it ain't got to be expensive. It just got to look clean and be clean. You can make anything look clean. But if you can, if your pocketbook, if your bank account is forgiving enough to get the good, then that's when you get it. You know, but if not, you can still look clean. Even if you shop at a thrift store, you can still look clean. You know, you just gotta coordinate and be patient with matching your stuff up, man. I love looking clean, man. That's it, and it's a good representation of yourself wherever you go. And some of y'all, and you know who I'm talking to when I say this, we always have to look cleaner than the rest because of perceptions, right? So that's all. I'll leave it at that. You're picking up on it, then you're picking up on it. If not, DM me and I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Some of us, we always gotta go and look clean. Greenlight says you gotta coordinate. Rock City says preach, baby. I'm just saying, you know, that's right. But you gotta coordinate. Hey, that's off that old boomerang. Yep. Oh yeah. That was a good movie, man. That was an excellent, good movie. Had Eddie Murphy in there, David Allen Greer, and old boy that did the bang. Gotta coordinate. Greg Kill says spot on. Appreciate you, Greg Kill, for showing love and supporting the convo, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's the reality that we have. That's the reality that we have here in the United States. You know, perception isn't always reality, but for the discourse of our society, perception is reality. You know, everybody knows what's going on behind the scenes from first person looking out, but from third person looking in or anywhere else, yeah, people gonna judge you. So perception is your reality when it comes to the professional environment and presenting yourself in certain venues, right? Perception is reality, which is superficial, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is, you know. So you know, like I said, at most of my jobs in life, that's right, you got to be smarter than the average bear, Greg. That's so true. You have to. And most of the professional environments that I worked in, if everybody was wearing slacks and a button-up shirt, I was at least wearing slacks, button-up shirt with a tie. If everybody's wearing slacks, button-up shirt with a tie, that's the norm. I'm coming in slacks, button-up shirt, tie, and a suit jacket. And that's real talk, you know. And that's so that we are taken seriously, because that's what we have to do, which is a sad, unfortunate thing, right? But it is what it is. It is what it is, man. I'm telling you straight up. It is what it is. Guys, you know, even now, you know, I see the way some people look at me if I go to the store, which I rarely do, but let's say I go to the store on a whim, you know, some, you know, sweatpants on, shirt, whatever, you know, hat, maybe not shave, go into the store, people looking at you a certain way until they see me walk out and get into an Audi or my other vehicle, which is a Suburban. Then they're like, okay, but I'm like, it shouldn't be that way. You know, it should be, you know, judge the person at face value of the person's merits. Right? But we know that's not it. Greenlight and I had this conversation before, and we know where that went. So, yeah, I'm mad at Greenlight's talking about preach, Yogi. He said, preach, Yogi. Oh, man, you guys are too much, man. Thanks for hanging out, guys, as usual here on the stream. Nightbot says what it says. Nightbot in the house. For you too, Nightbot. Welcome to the stream, even though you welcoming people to the stream, no doubt. Greenlight says, but I don't care about what others think. It's about how you feel about yourself. That's absolutely right, Greenlight. That's absolutely right. We don't care about what people think. But this is where we coming back to the Greg Hill, and you have to be smarter than the average bear. You have to worry about your perception if you're trying to get a job, right? So you got to dress and look the part. Even though you don't care about what they think, you still, there are certain times in our lives, if you want to be successful, especially in this country, you better go in depending on what it is you're looking for. And I'm talking more professionally. Now, if you're going to buy a car or something and you're going to spend your hard-earned money, man, you can go and look however you want to look. But when it comes to trying to breach or, you know, transcend certain frontiers, if you're trying to get this career and the job requires a suit to look extra clean, you better go in there looking extra clean. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, so Greenlight spot on too. Yeah, we don't care what others think. And at the end of the day, that's what I'm talking about behind the scenes. We all know the perception shouldn't be a reality. Behind the scenes, that's what we know. In front of the scenes, that's a different story. Getting pulled over by police. And Rock City says, yes, sir, you have to carry yourself in a certain way. No doubt. You do. You have to carry yourself in a certain way. Greg Hill says, give them fewer ways to tell you no is how I see it. Absolutely. That's I said, when you're playing that game. Now, let's say I'm going to go buy a new car. Yeah, I'm going to show up however I want to show up. Right? And if they don't give me service because of how I show up, then I can take that as a reason not to patronize that car dealership or wherever you're at, right? Wherever you're at. You go in the store, the mall, you know, you're a certain ethnical background, let's just say it, and they don't attend to you because of how you look, then hey, then you can leave the store and make your choice. And then at that point, we don't care at all what you think about us. Now you're not going to get my money. But at the same time, we also have to establish our own expectations going into a situation and forecast what is potentially going to be the layout of the scenario. Am I walking into a bunch of love, or am I walking into some people that are iffy to begin with? And then how do you want to be perceived knowing that information, knowing that all of them don't make or break you, but if you need something out of them, i.e. job, interview, whatever, then you have to establish your expectations moving forward. That's all I'm saying. Green light says, you tell me know what's on. I'll show you need me more than I need you. Preach, Drake. Green light, absolutely, man. Do for yourself. Yes, these are the conversations I love having, folks. You know what I'm saying, fam? These are the conversations I love having. So, yeah, this is where we get our empowerment to keep going. To do what Greg Hill said, be smarter, you know, and about your approach, but also keep the spirit of what Greenlight is saying. Love thyself. Don't worry about what anybody else thinks about you, but also prepare your expectations as you flow through this thing called life. Bam, there you go. That's what's up, man. Man, ATC is quiet. We got about 13 miles. And yeah, we moving right along, guys. It's always fun chatting it up with you guys, man. For real talk. Most of the air, we got some up in Seattle. Most of the aircraft, of course, are in Los Angeles Center or the LA area of PilotEdge. On the western expansion of PilotEdge, which covers everywhere else, Utah, Albuquerque, Washington State, there's a few aircrafts. That's why it sounds pretty quiet right now. ATC is pretty quiet. As we get closer, we'll go ahead and make sure that we get our proper descent. Remember what Ike told Tina. Ike don't need no help. Ike help you. Green light, you silly. Greg Hill says, man, this is X-Plane Barbershop. Man, for real, Greg. X-Plane Barbershop, that's what we doing. Hey, Greenlight was just at the barber yesterday, man. He can tell you. Oh, my goodness. Right? I need that ball. Ball fade. Right? That ball fade, baby. Hey, and you got to make sure the line is right. Guys, as you see in my pictures from the military, I've been cutting hair for years. I cut my own hair for years, man. True story. When I was stationed in Fort Irwin, California, the 11th Armored Cavalry Regiment, which is this patch right here, this 11th ACR right here, I would go and get a haircut on base. Fort Irwin is 30 miles away from anywhere, but about 40-minute drive to Barstow, California, which is actually the next town over. But it's out in the middle of nowhere. It looks exactly what you see on the screen. Drive, lake beds, and all that good stuff. Anyway, you would go get your hair cut by these women, and it was nothing but women. Of course, the majority of the people, soldiers, were guys. But they could not cut your hair to save your life. They couldn't cut your hair. So finally, I got tired of it, man. Everybody's like, Sanchez, man, your hair is looking jacked up. So I said, I'm going to start cutting my own hair. This is back when I was like 19 years old. I started cutting my hair, of course, messed it up, would just shave it off. If I went to work with a messed up haircut, I would just blame the barbers. But then I got good. And then from that point on, I've been cutting my hair ever since. So I literally been cutting my hair probably for 23 years. Boom. Because who likes walking around with a horrible cut and a horrible line? Make it look like you got a 5'6" forehead. Right there. Greg Hill says, LOL got one yesterday. Captain Mall says that he is going to stream tomorrow. Nice. We'll try to check you out. Put it in the Discord. Yeah, man. So can't mess with. Hey, you know us guys. Cannot step out with a bad haircut. I tell you that. Nope. Cannot. It's a no-no. Alright guys, moving right along, top of descent according to this to get to our, what are the fixes on our approach? 64 nautical miles on the dot. So we'll see what we get, man. for giggles, let's go and see if there is any ATIS that picks up. I doubt it. I don't think ATIS is modeled, because I don't think this tower is modeled on PilotEdge, but let's see. Tower, ATIS, when tower in op, 35, 175. I wish they would have done the tablet for this thing here too. Let's see, 37, 175. Oh, it's 30, yeah, 35, 175. Let's see what we get. Either we're too far or it's not modeled, so we turned it off. And I don't think it is modeled at all. Alright, and this is how you guys switch your mic preference from VHF1 to VHF2. Simply clicking this. You push this knob down in order to activate that particular channel. And you can see here when it's in white, it's not on. But when you click it in green, it is on. So you guys can see that. We got ILS all programmed in, and you can see right now it is definitely not green, but that's because we don't have the marker going on. And this would be here. You would hit this in, and this would turn green to get that audible beacon noise that you get. Guys, thanks for flying along. So this right here is a dry lake bed. You have these all over Fort Irwin, California as well. You can see the difference in the textures of the sand. When it gets super white like that, that's that lake bed sand. So this, before, if it rains, this will fill up and actually be a lake bed, and that's why these textures of sand are a different color. Alright guys, so let's check that weather one more time. Okay, still 3031 on the altimeter, guys. So we're going to request, we're going to ask for what approach we're doing. We're going to say we're pressing the ILS 13 from Jeroen. Alright, guys. So not that far, and we'll be... Now, this aircraft, even on descent, it flies, even like right now, if you look at our attitude right now, it flies pretty much with the nose down. So it's kind of funny when you're even descending, it feels like you're nose down, but this aircraft definitely nose down, and that's for the high swept wings that they have on it. But it's definitely one to very, very much so get plenty of practices in and landing this thing. You guys can look right here and see there's the top of descent visually on our multi-function display right here. And there's runway 13, so it's pretty seamless. So now we actually went direct Jeroen, but we don't want to get in trouble, guys. So we actually need to be direct to the field. So we're going to manually just go direct to the field because I don't want to get in trouble. So right now we're direct Jeroen, but we need to be direct to the field, and that's what's on the... So let's make ourselves go direct to the field, and this is how we're going to do it manually. So we got to come back in here. Okay, there you go. That'll have us direct to the field. Because our flight plan says after BVL direct to the field, we put in the approach on our own. So after passing BVL, we have to go direct to the field or we get in big time trouble, guys. They can come back and then, you know, we can ask for that approach request, but we at least have to be direct to the field. 3026 down to 17,000, Horizon 318. All right.
No, we're not in network. Connect channel approach 120.4.
Channel approach 120.4.
Alright, so let's pull back on that power. Altitude select. Vertical speed. Alright, gotta watch our speed now. And I'm going to tell you guys, there's a reason why I went direct using the heading and not using the FMS, and I'll tell you guys here why in a second.
November 219, November Yankee, settle approach, thanks for Bravo, and thanks for Bravo, expect knowledge from 16 right.
Okay, so here's the rationale. Check something here quick. Yep, it said 3026 on that altimeter. Let's go ahead and get that changed now. I think I have it set up to where it's slaved on the other side too. But yeah. So we got that in there. And where we're landing, it's actually altimeter 3031. Alright guys, let's turn the music off for now and let's get ready to handle business. Flight controls are coming on for you guys now. I'm start doing it in our descent because I always forget on the beginning portion of it, or on the actual approach. Alright guys, here we go into the Provo area. Right now we are direct to the field, and we're going to keep our speed right here at about 240, 250. Again, this is an uncontrolled field, and we'll see what he gives us. We can still do our arrival from Jeroen, because he's going to ask us what our preferences are. Big thing, make sure you guys, whenever you're doing your altitude in, make sure you hit that altitude select, or she'll blow right past that altitude that you selected. And let's go ahead and let that speed bleed. We got 54 nautical miles. We'll keep that speed up, because this thing, we can slow it down pretty hastily. Up, you can't go above that into the emergency power. That little thing will come up letting you know you're in the emergency power. Alright, so we're at 17,000 feet now. And this aircraft doesn't have speed brakes and all that stuff. It's got spoilers that happen once you get on the ground to help you get stopped, but it doesn't have any speed brakes. So you have to manage all of your speeds pretty much yourself, and you have to manage it on the descent using pitch and flaps and all that stuff. Noah B says, love the Q4, great stream. Thanks Noah for the comment and for checking in. Everybody, thanks for riding along here on the Dre Sanchez YouTube channel. Now, I do, on a personal note, love using this Provo airport for propeller or turboprops, because I usually will take off from here, and this is when I don't stream, and I fly to Telluride from here, which isn't far, which that would be our next leg that we would be doing, but I don't think I'm going to do it. It's already 7:22. I got work tomorrow. I got clients. I got to get these kids ready for school with the wife. I don't like leaving all the responsibilities on her. So I'll definitely be doing that, but I'm so glad we're doing this one. Noah B says, you almost have to drive that plane into the runway. So true, man. This thing, the attitude on it, man, the angle of attack, the AOA on this thing is crazy. It's almost like if you guys have flown the Fokker 50, which I have in my warehouse, which I don't ever fly, but it's not a bad, it's a Russian aircraft. That thing, same thing, up top wings, I think they call them swept wings, and the attitude or the pitch is straight up nose down, even in the cruise. Like, even if we go here right now, guys, into this cruise, we're not descending anymore, and it looks pretty much level right now, so it's okay. But a lot of the times you'll see the dash with this nose down at higher, when that air is thinner at higher altitudes. So, yeah, man, you guys, Salt Lake approach 28.1. We'll see you Horizon 318. All right, guys, 28.1. Switch it over. Salt Lake approach Horizon 3. I'm checking it with you 17,000, and we do have weather at Provo.
Horizon 318. Salt Lake approach, Salt Lake altimeter 3026. Sidemaster should maintain 13,000. Do you have an approach request?
Yes, we're going to request ILS 13 approach from Jerome. And we'll be descending down to 13,000 at our own pilot's discretion, Horizon 318. All right. So he got quiet. He didn't say nothing.
318 considering Jordan and cross turn at or above. Actually, for now, just considering Jordan, I'll get a clear speed closer. There's a pretty good terrain there.
Okay, roger that. For now, down to 13,000, clear direct Jerome for Horizon Air 318. All right, altitude select. Vertical speed. Now we go down. Let's do about there. And we'll pull that power back, of course. Way back. Now let's go direct. And Jerome. Okay, we are direct Jerome.
Direction over Reno, November 87, maintain 3,000.
Okay, now we're direct Jerome, as promised. Let's talk about this mountain system here. And we have Jerome in 30 nautical miles, so we got plenty of time to slow ourselves down. Because really at Jerome, we need to be at above 8,200, so we'll just be at 13,000 now. And Jerome doesn't need to be at 82. It's the next one, which is bada bing, bada boom. Dicot is supposed to be at 8,200. So yeah. Woof! This terrain right here. Let's slow our roll here.
Left 250, 01 and Yankee.
Alright, we're going to definitely slow our roll up over this terrain right here, guys. We're going to slow our descent to 13,000, but he should have already cleared us to cross this at 13,000, so that shouldn't be a problem. Look, and once the VNAV actually wants to work in this thing, it's showing up, guys. Alright, so remember, landing touchdown elevation is about 4,000 something feet, so we are within 10,000 AGL of the ground. Let's go ahead and get those landing lights on for safety. Let's go ahead and get our bleeds into the minimum. Keep the passengers comfortable, but not at the price of aircraft performance.
November 18 November, glad you have a story weather and approach request.
Alright, and he said 3026, which we still have that in, guys. Let's go ahead and come down here on this tape and click our approach speeds. 130 and 115 are the approach speeds, guys.
20 November, the story of
Alright, now if we want more power quicker, let's go ahead and get our
5,000.
condition levers
Good there, November 26 approach story altimeter.
so that the power now will be more responsive to our inputs. Okay, so we're stable at 13,000 feet. And we'll keep it right here at about 180 for now. And it will be a sterile cockpit from now in, guys. Check you guys out on the ground. We got the flight controls already working, so we're good to go. Lots about to happen. Alright guys, so now what we want to do is get our stuff back on.
November 9, November Yankee, 5 miles Southwest Ewok, maintain 3000 until established on local altitude, clear house, runway 16 right approach.
Alright, conditioners are to full, and our standby hydraulic PTU control, tanks 1 and 2 are on.
Walker 802, connect approach 120.35.
And let's look at our flap speeds. Okay, 200 knots for the first one. See that nose is kind of high. Speed check, flaps 5. And of course I'll have this more resistance. You see that nose coming down just a little bit, but the speed might come down as well too because of more resistance on the surfaces. So
Jumbo 19 into that open center, descend via Silicon 5 arrival, San Jose, altimeter is 3010.
okay, so now he's playing with fire. Because we're pretty close.
Walker 802, 7,800 descending via the Ski 3 with Echo.
Walker 802, Denver approaching, sir, Echo, expect the visual approach runway 26.
Expect the visual runway 26, Walker 802.
Air November Yankee McPain Tower with a tree 2.95.
Okay, we need to get down. We still got about 9,000 feet to drop here. Salt Lake approach Horizon 318 is clear of that terrain at 13,000 still. We have a good visual of the field if you want to give us lower now, sir.
The 299 November Yankee Main Tower, runway 16 right to land.
Alright guys, landing lights are already on to confirm.
Resident Air 318, you got about another mile left to that 12,700 foot MBA.
Okay, roger that. Appreciate it, sir. Horizon 318. Alright, so he's just letting us know. So I was being a little pushy. Let's come over here and keep our speed about 160 because this is a turboprop. We want to come in nice and slow. Next stage of flaps is 181. So I believe we can manage that. Speed check, flaps 10. And we'll go back. It wants us to have the gear down at that.
At or above 8,500, clear out, runway 13 approach.
A cross drone at or above 8,200, cleared ILS 13 right, 13 approach for Horizon Air 318.
At or above 85, please.
Correction, 85 at Jeroen for Horizon Air 318. Next slide. Alright guys, altitude select versus, let's get this descent going.
November 18, November cancel approach, clearance flighting 270 vectors for Ilwac.
Thank you, baby. I love you. We're about to land. This is going to be it, honey. My beautiful, lovely wife just brought me some coffee.
November 18, November cancel your approach clearance, flighting 270 vectors.
So now that we're cleared, we can just go ahead and let the FMS do its thing. And let's keep ascending, guys. Pull that power back. So condition levers are to full. We've been cleared for the ILS 13. And just in case, let's see what that frequency was, 25.3. Just in case it is towered. So let's get that in there, 25.3. Let's make sure that's it. Yep, 25.3 in case it is towered. But he may come back and said no traffic, noticed in the area.
November 1, November, you can set a
so the charts must be off because technically we could have been at 82. But whatever.
November, verifying on 270, heading radar indicates.
You do not want to get yelled at by the A to the T to the C, so let's just keep it all cordial.
November 1, November, you turn 15 degrees left.
So now we can go ahead and arm the approach. So let's go quick into the heading mode. Switch the nav source. Oops. Now we're in the approach mode. So localizer has been captured, and the glide slope, we're pretty much right there, so. So we've been cleared on the ILS, so we're good there, guys. So let's slow that approach, so we can catch the glide slope. All right, guys, we're going gear down. Glide slope is captured, folks, and we have a good approach into the Provo area. Speed is bleeding. Speed check flaps 15. Let's get below 145. All right, speed check full flaps. Power's getting thrown in. Right at 130 is where we want to balance our speed out, and we did a great job doing that, guys. Take a look at that, and here we go. I try to keep it within a tolerance of 10. Look at that attitude, guys, on the way down, man. And that's why sometimes it's so hard to land this thing without floating it and all that good stuff. All right, guys. Landing gear down, flaps are selected to full flaps 35. We got our GPS landing there as well. Landing lights are all on. Hopefully we get something good here, guys. About to take the aircraft manually and see how this goes. Pull that power back slightly. Okay. Yaw damper off. Autopilot is off. My aircraft. Autopilot is disengaged. Let's bring that power back. She's a trickery one on approach, man. This flight director can't make up his mind, seems like. Power up. Okay, we're way low. Flight director is kind of not following what the glide slope is, so let's just go level here, guys, and look at it visually. Winds are kind of trying to kick us around here. Let's get some more power thrown in there. We don't want to get quite all the way to VREF. So maybe it is towered now. He hasn't canceled our IFR clearance, so it's a good thing we put that standby frequency in. Approach Horizon Air 318. Are we cleared to land on runway 13, or should we prepare for go round?
Provo, no control of the network. Your radio service is terminated. For cancellation, IFR must put you there on this frequency cancel. Pro within 5 minutes on 122.2. Frequency change approved. Okay, frequency change approved. We'll cancel on the ground. Horizon Air 318. See that? They were slipping, dude. Okay, we ain't got time to now. We ain't got time to switch, man. Reach over and switch. I can't. All right, we got to aviate first, baby.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
All right, don't worry about that sync rate. We just getting her down. We'll just have to assume that we, went on to our switched it over. Provo traffic, Horizon 3 Air 318 is on a short final for runway 313 full stop. Woof. Telling you, man, this approach is gangster. Throw on some power, keep that nose up. She is definitely a squirrely aircraft. We way under speed. But that's why you got to be super hands-on. We're on that glide slope. And I'm not saying nothing about old boy, but he definitely made this approach kind of messed up. I'm looking at how close we're getting in. I'm like, dude, you gonna give us clearance or not? We came in way high, guys, but we'll still make this landing. Acceptable. We did it. I'm telling you, you got to have this thing nose into the ground, guys. We still made it. I knew I was going to use full runway. All right, applying manual brakes. Woof.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Utah. The local time is 12:21 p.m.
Flaps coming up.
It's currently about 48 degrees Fahrenheit.
Woo! That was definitely, by all means, a horrible approach, guys. Not because I wanted to, it just is what it was. You know, this thing got very squirrely. Air traffic control had us flustered.
We apologize for the delay. Please coordinate with airline staff as necessary regarding connecting flights or vouchers.
All right. Aircraft is up and clean. Oops. Get those off. Welcome it in, guys, to Provo, Utah, man. Yeah, man. Green light. Yeah, I know. That's what I was trying to do. We were on the ILS till I took it off manually. We caught the ILS, and then having to try to get down at that radio at the last minute because I have no first officer, man, was crazy. Then I had to basically ask him. Salt Lake City approach. Horizon 318 is on the ground and canceling IFR at this time. All right, so there we go. Not that he was the biggest help in the world, but we still made it, guys. We had an acceptable landing. I still have a lot of work to practice landing this thing. And like I said, she gets super floaty. If you haven't flown this, you'll see what I'm talking about. I knew we could get it in because she can stop pretty good, but it's not fun on those approaches where, like Nate said, basically you're driving the aircraft nose down into the ground. Let's see, where is it? Okay, that's the hangar there. I think we got to go up. Let's see. Where is the terminal here, guys? I think this is the terminal over here. Either way, that's where we're parking her. I think this red building is actually the terminal. parking brake is set, guys. One thing we did forget to do was turn on the APU, so shame on me. But what we can do is let's get all of our bleeds off. Sorry, passengers, got to be warm for a hot second. And we can get our conditioners back to minimum for now. And we can feather those props. So they're feathered right now, guys. They're not off. Let's get that bleed air off. Now we can turn them off, guys. All right, fuel is off. Let's put our gust lock back up, guys. And taxi light needs to come off. Bada bing, bada boom. We'll release the passengers, of course. And we got to tie that bus. Bus is tied. Now we can most certainly... There goes the aircraft door. Let's take a look at our parking job, man. Not bad. We should have came up just a little more with no marshal. Well, that's not bad. Did we get on the line? Yep, we're on the line. Not bad. That door is coming open. Let us get off of PilotEdge and get into this replay. Thanks, guys, for hanging out on this flight. Let's get some music on and popping. We made it yet again. Welcome to Provo, guys. Not the best approach by any means, but look at this bad boy. We made it. Passengers are most indubitably and most certainly alive, which is the whole goal, man, which is the whole goal. Let's go ahead and do our flight replay here. Oh, you know what? One thing, guys, I like to shut it down right. We're on altitude. Let's get this. Now it's the standby. Now we can get right into the replay. Replay mode. Let's look at how pitched down we were, man. All right. So here we are. We were bringing it in, man. That's right around there. I'm like, are we going to get clearance or not? We were so high because we didn't get our clearance yet. So all of you guys, though, I know we were talking about it earlier, who are scared about PilotEdge, they're not perfect either, man. And I'm not saying anything about it, but they make mistakes too, man. The guy must have been eating or drinking some of that white Henny. He didn't pay attention to what we were doing, and next thing you know, I'm having to ask him, are we cleared or not? And he was kind of out of it too, because I know on this thing we needed to be at 8,200 feet. He said 85. So like I said, there must be a serious disparity. Look how much she was pitched down, man. Let's see if we get a good tower view from here. Oh, man, it's always blocking us, dude. All right. We're going to make our own tower view somewhat here. And it's not bad. We probably touched down somewhere over here, so... There she is. Don't worry, we're going to do other wing views, man. I appreciate you guys riding along here. We're in the replay right now. And, you know, obviously this aircraft and my performance on this approach and everything, definitely indicative of needing more practice on the landings in this thing. It takes a while, man. You got to fly this thing over and over again to really get used to it. Imagine if it would have been windy, guys. I would have definitely probably not had an acceptable landing. All right, so like Noah B said, man, woo! That was definitely an ugly one. Let's run that back. We kind of landed like teetered off to the right. That's probably my worst landing in the past 20 land. Oh, I wouldn't say that. All right, we were trying to get center line. Watch this. We teetered left and front landing gear, of course, which wasn't good at all, man. Let's do something here. This ought to give us a good indication of how we was looking. Let's look and see exactly how we did, man. Yeah, he called me HD instead of Dre. No worries, man. All right, so this is going to give you an idea of how nasty it was. Let's see, what did we touch first? Front, oh, pitching down, look at that, boop. Oh, no. Boom. That was absolutely horrible. Wasn't the best at all, guys. Just kind of sliding around there. And it is what it is, man. Everyone is not going to be peachy keen. We didn't crash it, but we sure didn't do the ideal profile on a landing. And I think the thing even said great flare, which, all right, let's go back and check it out from a wing view. So, I appreciate you guys flying along. This is going to be the end of the road for us today here on the Dre Sanchez YouTube channel because of the time, and not to mention, stream is at 2 hours and 8 minutes, and we sure don't want to get it to that 3 hour and 50 minute time frame because that's when my memory says, you know what, that's it. Let me enjoy some of this beautiful coffee my wife gave me. Delicious. Not the best, guys. Green light says peace, love, and harmony. Thanks, Green Light, for being on the board. Thank you all you guys for being on board. Let's come back up here now, guys, and come back out a little further. We'll come even right here, guys. I don't care. We're just gonna ride it in. Let's see here. We can get a view here. Alright, guys, we're going to get us a nice little view here. Let's check it out. Where am I going to have you guys sit? Right there, guys. That's where you guys... Oh, man. I thought I moved it, but I did not. Alright, guys. You know the deal. Thank you very much for hanging out, for all the commentary, for the laughs, for the real talk, for the support of each other in the chat, for the positivity. We're going to ride it out here, guys. Not my best work on landing, but yet a realistic landing. We didn't kill the plane. We got negative 300. We got an acceptable landing, so we didn't even get a bad landing, guys. But for my own standard, I know I could do much better, and that just comes from practice in this particular aircraft. That's why we do this thing. fun, try to make ourselves better, plus get to hang out with you guys. So I just want to say appreciate each and every one of you for checking me out. Thanks for the 23 likes. If you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, smash that like button, share the video out. Let's have fun together. God bless you guys. Much love. We're going to stay here all the way until we park on this view. I'm not even going to do any outside views. Just going to stay here with the music, let it ride out. Once you see the engines cut off, then that means the stream will be over. So enjoy this replay. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next stream here on the Dre Sanchez YouTube channel. And once, as always, God bless you and treat each other kindly. More importantly, treat yourself kind. Gone.
that it's right, and bitch, it often is. Seen too many others come and go, they had the wrong intent. Do it out of love and never for it, then I watch it get bigger than expected. No second guess it, I let it set it. It's God's plan, we out here only accepting blessings. I'm stuck with it, this mindset is terminal. In and out different terminals, leveling up is personal. And I already made it, y'all can miss me. I smack my girl's ass, tell her pinch me. It's hard to believe I made something from nothing. No hindsight discussions, I've been writing, I love it. City lights, all this doubt around me, then but look, I got it right. Don't you try to hit me, now you live a petty life. All those nights I laid awake, I pray for better life.